Most seniors have been told the same old story. As you age, it gets worse. Everything gets worse. I'm here to tell you that story is completely worthless. Okay, we're using worthless a lot. And dangerously wrong. In fact, life after 60 can be the most exciting, productive, and meaningful chapter of your entire life. Okay, you've lived your life. Now, hopefully you got a little cash, you're relaxing. If you don't have cash, see some of my other videos on part-time jobs or side hustles to do that. Here is the myth. As you get older, everything declines. Your best years are behind you. Just slow down, accept the limitations, and stay out of the way. Seniors are often treated like they're fragile, irrelevant, or finished. And when I was younger, I'd kind of go around, make sure they didn't fall. My grandparents, I guess I treated them the same way. But, if you show strength by the way you walk, your balance, your gait, your stride, okay? You're standing up straight, your neck isn't bending forward, those kinds of things, okay? Those are things you got to work on now. People will not look at you as frail, and you're not frail, okay? You don't have to be frail. Okay, this mindset steals more potential than aging ever does. The truth, experience compounds just like interest. You are wiser today, way, way, way wiser today than you even were 10 years ago, okay? Especially since you've been about 20 years old. I can't remember much before that, okay? I knew I did stupid things, but we are much wiser today. You live more life, which means more knowledge, more awareness, more clarity. You're wiser, steadier, and more grounded, okay? You can see things, potential of things happening or not happening. You know that now. Your decisions are smarter because they're based on real experiences. They're not shooting out of your butt, okay? You've done this before, or you've done it 6 ways from Sunday, and it never worked, so why is it going to work this time? Or, I've done it this way and it worked, and I've done it these 3 ways and it didn't work. You've survived every tough day you've ever had. You're more resilient than you think. Think about some of those tough things, okay? I remember laying on my couch, I couldn't get up. I was in my early 30s and I had $20 in my pocket. That was it. My business just bombed. I took everything I had and put it into it, and I'm on my couch with $20, okay? I survived, believe it or not. Started making money with another business the following week, okay? Never want to get low where you have only $20 and it's your communion money, okay? Curiosity question, when did you start believing that aging was a decline, and who told you that? Okay, hopefully it wasn't your doctor, but that's where it comes from a lot, okay? Just don't accept that, okay? Don't accept it. Stay in your home. Fight to stay in your home. Do your balancing exercise. Do your strength exercises, just little ones are as they are. Go for a walk, okay? Engage your mind so you're not losing it there. Look at everything as exercise. You forgot something, you got to walk somewhere to get it. Boom, that's exercise, okay? Start smiling more because positive people live longer. Why these myths exist. Society glorifies youth because youth spends money. I don't know. We, baby boomers, spend quite a bit of money right now, okay? Advertisers can't sell wisdom, but they can sell wrinkle cream. Okay. Doctors often focus on limitations instead of possibilities. Okay. Like, here's a medication for it, instead of saying, here's a medication, or if you do this with your eating and this with your exercise and this with that, we don't need the medication. They don't give you options. Okay. You've got to start looking for those options. Younger people don't understand what a 60 plus actually feels like. We never did, okay? Many seniors repeat the myth without even questioning it, okay? You've heard these stories before. Joe retired and within a year he was dead. He was so happy he arrived at the big goal of retirement. He did nothing. Now, I'm sure there was a lot more to it. You've heard these stories. Or there's somebody that gets there and then within 3 months are like bored to death. What do I do? Okay. If you're getting to that phase ready, you better have things ready. I got a buddy, Johnny B. He owned insurance agencies his whole life. He sold those agencies, got bored. Then he bought another agency. And he's since sold that one. Okay. He's a prolific golfer, my second best friend, and he practices a lot, but he's always got projects going on, okay? And he's got the cash to do it. So he doesn't have to worry about the cash. He can just do what he wants, okay, when he wants, go on trips when he wants. If you're not in that situation, okay, I can't take a trip when I want, not like Johnny B can. If you're in that situation, you've got to get your mind straight, and bringing in some extra cash is going to do that for you, okay? Not in this video, but check out the other videos. What aging actually gives you, okay? It gives you perspective. You know what matters. You know what's important. You know what doesn't matter whatsoever. You know the deal of a lifetime comes by weekly. You know these things, okay? You know if it sounds too good to be true, guess what? It's too good to be true. Freedom, fewer obligations, more choice, okay? Now you got some cash to keep you going. Now you got choice. You can actually do what you want to do, okay? And you might think you can't do it. Guess what? You got the knowledge, baby. You can do it. Confidence, you've made mistakes and you survive them, okay? And it's not like, you're starting something, let's say a little business, and you put up your house as collateral. No, that's not the deal. Okay, and the things that I talk about don't take any money, hardly at all. Just got to get off your butt and do it. Okay. Confidence. You've made the mistakes and you survive them. Creativity, more time, more curiosity. Legacy, the desire to pass on real wisdom to your family. And curiosity question, which of these gifts has aging giving you that you didn't expect? Did it give you a better perspective, freedom, confidence, creativity, legacy? Which one of those, tell me in the comments, that was unexpected, okay? Now, I got to tell you, I've been in, I call it retirement mode, since I was about 40 years old. I like to get up early, as today I did, 4 a.m. It's the day after Thanksgiving. But I go to bed early, and I like to get up early, and I like to work early. My mind is clearest then. So most of my, since 40 on adult life, I would start at 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'd be done by 1, 2 in the afternoon, and I'm exhausted, okay, mentally. Actually, I got more energy now than I did then because of the way that I eat, but that's another story. So back when I was 40, and I would take, in the summertime, I'd take Fridays off because we'd travel to play golf. So that was my modus operandi. Now, if I had a special project I'm working on, I might work later. I might work over the weekend to get it done, but not usually. So I kind of had this freedom thing, and I was making enough money that, and it was coming in from several different places that I really didn't have to worry about anything except for coming up with new ideas, okay? And this is one of those new ideas. Okay. So your health after 60 can improve. I'm proof. Lost 65, 70 pounds on a good day. Reversed my diabetes from a high of 10.1 down to 5.3, which it is right now. 3 years ago, I had neuropathy so bad, it was very hard for me to walk playing golf. And now I walk about 50 rounds a year with carrying my clubs in a bag. I also ride in a cart the other 50 or so more rounds per year. I play about 100 rounds of golf a year and have been since I was 40. Hence, I just told you what my style was since I've been 40. Because my father said to me at age 40, he said, Greg, do not wait till you retire. And then we talked about it. You know, he's a golfer, I'm a golfer. He goes, don't wait, start playing, okay? Start playing as much as you want to. The other things will fall in place. So I don't take any medication, so your health can be improved after 67 I started, okay? And I'm on zero medication, nothing. My last colonoscopy, good. Don't need one for another 10 years, okay? I'm going to get one of those CAC tests. Forgot what it stands for exactly, but most doctors won't prescribe it, but you can pay for it like $150, and it tells you what your calcium level is in your veins, okay? My brother Mark just had it done, and I want to beat him. So that's an important test to do, and I'll let you know about that too, okay? So health-wise, you can improve by small things, okay? Go for a walk. If you can't walk outside, walk around the house. If you're in a walker, walk with the walker around the house, okay? Sit down in a chair, get up in a chair. Get down in a chair, sit up in a chair, okay? There are small things you can do. Again, I am the beginning of all of this. Go on YouTube University, which you're on now, and put in exercises for seniors with a cane or with a walker, and you will get a boatload of them. So look at me as the beginning. And again, I'm not a doctor, not an attorney, and I don't even have a college degree. I have no designation whatsoever. The only thing I have is life experience, which you have also, okay? You might not think you do, but you got a bunch of it, and I'll pull it out of you if I have to. Okay, so your legacy after 60 becomes your superpower. Your stories matter now than ever. You know the stories, the family stories. You should get all those recorded, transcribed, and put into a book for your people. We help people do that, but at the least, you should do that, okay? Take your stories, okay? How about a book of stories? I mean, that's a great idea, family stories. I've got some great family stories, and golf stories also, a book of golf stories. Your grandkids will learn more from your mistakes than you did. Just you got to write it down. Okay, curiosity question. What story do you want your grandkids to know about you that they don't know yet? Okay, mine is I want them to know the difficult time that I had in grade school and really high school, okay? I was a nerd. I'm at my peak. I'm at like 5'11" at my peak. Peak weight was like 180. Okay, I'm close to 190 right now, but that's what I was at about 25 years old. Let's say when I graduated from high school, I was 5'4", 130 pounds, and I looked like I was 12. One day I'll show you my graduation picture. So that story and people picking on me, people laughing at me I used to park in the back of parking lots so people wouldn't see me get out of the car, okay? Because it was painful. I bought my first razor through the mail. It was through the mail back in those days, okay? Where you just couldn't order it on Amazon. You had to actually send a check and it would show up in the mail. I was too ashamed to go into the store and purchase those. Okay, so that's the story I want to share with my grandkids. What story do you want to share with your grandkids? Question, I want you to take away all these. Question every assumption about aging. You're not too old, you're too experienced. You are very experienced. Reinvent your next chapter. That's what I'm doing, baby. Improve your health, wealth, purpose, and start today. I'm starting with you today. I got a little bit of a head start on you, maybe a couple of months at this point, but I am starting today, okay? Growing older isn't the beginning of the end, okay? It's the beginning of your most powerful chapter. The myth is worthless. You're not done. You're just getting started. If you want to reinvent your health, wealth, and legacy after 60, if you're younger than 60, congratulations for watching this. You're getting a head start. Hit subscribe, and if you want help capturing your life story for your grandkids, leave me a comment down below and just put book, and I'll get you the information. Down below, just put book or life story book or legacy book, but make sure there's the word book. Okay, thanks, and make it a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.